This is the Infinix Hot 30. Of course, this is not the Infinix Hot 30. This is the box for the Infinix Hot 30. And this is the almighty Infinix Hot 30, a new addition to the Hot series from Infinix. And this device is an amazing device. I mean, of course, 90 Hz refresh rate, a 1080p display, 33 watts fast charging, USB Type-C support. They are even adding wired headphones in the box for you and some other interesting specifications this device comes with. In today's video, we'll be unpacking all these with my first impressions about the device. So without further ado, make we talk, Charlie. The device comes in two storage variants, 256GB and 128GB baseline storage. Now, these storage variants depict the price you'll be getting the device for. For the baseline, you're getting it for 1,702 Ghana cedis, and in Naira, it should be somewhere around 67,000 Naira. This is a direct conversion from Google, so it might be a little less or more than I am mentioning now. The 256GB variant comes at a price point of 1,898 Ghana cedis, which is equivalent to 1,900 cedis. And in Naira, you should have it around 75,000 Naira. Again, in Naira, this is a direct conversion from Google, so it might change as to when you purchase the device. Now, that's it for the price. Let's look at what you get in the box when you purchase the device. You're greeted with the device right out of the box, and Infinix adds a TPU protective case for protecting the device. You also get a headphone for the device, which basically means that if you're somebody who is into wired headphones, Infinix gives you the support for a 3.5mm headphone jack on the device. You're also getting the 33-watt fast charger brick, which comes with a USB Type-A to Type-C cable for charging the device. Oh yes, and of course, they added a SIM injector tool with which you will be able to use to eject the SIM tray on the device. Now, talking about the SIM tray, let's move into the build of the device. Infinix is giving you support for 2 nano SIM cards and an additional space for expandable storage of up to 1TB. Well, of course, they are definitely giving you heavy or huge storage on here like 256GB or 128, which should be good with storage prowess, but you still have the option to add expandable storage in case you are somebody who is hungry for storage. For the build and design, what really caught my eye was this glossy finish at the back. It does feel like it's glass, but it's plastic, and I really commend Infinix for giving it that premium feel and touch on the device. It's glossy, it's a fingerprint magnet, so you might have to sacrifice covering this beauty up with a case, or if you want to still flex it, you probably need to walk around with a fiber cloth in order to keep it very clean and away from fingerprint smudges. There's a dual camera setup at the rear side, with which we'll go more into in the camera aspect of this device, and a very huge LED flash for helping support with taking pictures with the flash or using it as a flashlight when it's dark. Now, the device comes with a boxy design, which looks like a common trend in 2023 devices, but more importantly, it has this matte textured finish which feels very comfortable in the hand. I really love that about this device. Of course, there's a USB Type-C charging port, a microphone port, the 3.5mm headphone jack, and a stereo speaker grill, which isn't quite loud, but I must emphasize this: the price this device is coming at, of course, Infinix would have to cut certain corners or points to make this device very affordable for people to purchase. On the right side of the device, we have a tactile power button which doubles as a fingerprint scanner, which is reliable, efficient, and very fast. There's also the volume rocker buttons with the volume up and the volume down button, which feel very tactile when you press them on the device. The display on the Infinix Hot 30 comes at a 1080p resolution, a 90 Hz refresh rate, which could be automated. By that, what I mean is in the settings, there is the feature there that allows the device to switch between 60 Hz and 90 Hz depending on what you are using it for. So you can choose to put it at 90 Hz, and that would keep the device at 90 Hz with whatever you are doing. Or in case you start witnessing battery drainage, you could toggle it down to 60 Hz, which is as well in the settings. Watching and consuming content on here is nothing but the best, because again, I'm comparing the output to the price this device is coming with, and for such a price point, you barely actually get something that good like this device is offering. It produces good and accurate colors, especially if you're watching YouTube or consuming content on Netflix. You don't have to really worry. The only problem with the display is when you're outdoors and there is a very harsh amount of sunlight going on. The display will be quite difficult to view on, because of course it comes with a typical nit brightness of 500 nits and a peak brightness of 600 nits. What this basically means is that it can't get extremely bright, but if you're indoors, you don't have a problem at all. Or or even if you're outdoors and it's quite mild, especially in regards to how harsh the sunlight is, you can still have some viewing angles or be able to view stuff without struggling on the device. In regards to software, the device comes with Android 13 right out of the box. Infinix hasn't mentioned anything about future updates or yearly OS updates. We're still waiting for something like that on your device, but you also get the chance to actually use XOS 12.6, which is my least preferred skin on Android. But I must say it's basically because of the fact that it comes with loads of bloatware with which you could actually uninstall it if you're somebody who knows your way around these things. Now, of course, there's one particular app that keeps on bugging me with notifications, but you could easily disable the notifications in the notification settings of the app. But apart from that, the operating system Android 13 is actually holding up pretty well on this device, and I'm glad they have it here. When it comes to performance, I haven't had a thorough experience with it because I'm planning on making a specific gaming review with Waz to have a fair idea of how it performs. But my experience with Call of Duty on this device so far, I've been able to play it at low graphic settings with a higher frame rate. But this is a high gaming title, which basically means that it's a high-end game and might take a toll on battery life and heating up issues. And of course, you can't go higher with graphic settings, but you realize that the device will start heating up once you do that. But other lower titles would play very well without having heating or performance issues. Again, let me add that this device comes with 8 gigs of RAM, which should be very good when it comes to performance. And as a result, Infinix added memory fusion to this device, with which you could add up to 8 gigabytes more to this device, giving it 16 gigabytes. Of course, it's software memory and doesn't have that much of a significant push in performance, but it's there and it's a feature that works at certain time intervals when it's required. Let's not forget that the brain behind all the performance is the Helio G88 processor from Mediatek, and this is one of the budget-friendly gaming chipsets that should handle gaming and other performance activities smoothly. Let's talk about cameras. The Infinix Hot 30 comes with a 50 megapixel main camera lens and an additional lens known as the AI lens or the QVGA lens with an 8 megapixel selfie camera, which serves as the punch on the display of the device. Now, these cameras are okay, but as stated earlier, Infinix had to cut certain corners to make sure the device is affordable. So the aspect of the cameras might not be as you might be expecting it to be. But from my experience so far, I feel like the only thing it lacks is to be able to get enough light, and you should get some good images out of these cameras. Also, there is the feature for the device recording video at 2K 30 FPS. All the resolutions on the device starting from 720p to 1080p and 2K record at a maximum frame rate of 30 FPS. There's one amazing feature I found on the device that I think has been there for a while, but I haven't paid attention to it yet, is something known as scene optimizer. So depending on the kind of picture you're taking, the AI lens in there is able to tell you what you're taking a picture of. So let's say you're taking a picture of something that has text inside, it's able to identify the text, and in that way it optimizes the image output for it to enrichen it in terms of the text output. I don't know if you get me, but yeah. Okay, but let's finalize it with the powerhouse of the device, which is the battery. Now, the battery on this device comes with 5000 milliamp hour, which means that it's supposed to last you over a day. Now, Infinix coupled this with a 33 watt fast charging, which means that you can get your device from 0 to 100% in just minutes for a full day's usage. And of course, we'll be testing that as well as a charging test speed on the device to see how fast the device charges. But according to Infinix, the device is supposed to charge from 0 to 50 in 30 minutes, which means that you should get your device fully charged in an hour and a few minutes or less. I'll be testing that as well as a charging test video on the channel, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss that when that comes out. I'm DLP. This has been my review for the Infinix Hot 30. My only drawbacks on this device is the stereo speakers, and I wish the cameras would be much more improved than how they look now. But then again, everything else is completely fine, and I love the design, especially on the Infinix Hot 30. I'm DLP. Thanks for watching, and we go talk more, Charlie.